Good morning children, I am your Rajeshwar sir, physical science teacher. So today let us learn fifth video on reflection of light at curved surfaces. In this video we are going to learn about the nature of the images and first activity, that is how to find the curvature of the spherical mirrors, center of curvature of the spherical mirrors. Now what are the different types of images or the nature of the images, let us learn. First, what is a real image? Next, virtual image, erect image, inverted image, enlarged image and diffused image. Let us see one by one its definitions. So what is a real image? The image formed by the intersection of two reflected rays is known as real image. It is generally found by the concave mirror. It always forms below the axis. That is generally it is a inverted image. So what is the real image? The image formed by the intersection of two reflected rays. Is known as real image. Note down these all definitions. Okay, so now let us see next image, virtual image. What is a virtual image? The image formed by the extended rays of the reflected rays, that is formed by generally by the convex mirror. It is formed by the extension of the reflected rays, that we will show with the dotted lines. These are all types of images we are going to see in the next video, that is rules of ray diagrams and ray diagrams when we are following. That time we will be knowing this all. So now what is a virtual image? The image formed by the extension of two reflected rays. These reflected rays generally they diverge and they cannot meet on the reflecting surface, but we will extend backwards and see there is a point formed or the image formed. Such image formed is called as the virtual image. It is the property of convex mirror. Let us see the next type of image, that is erect image. If the image is upright to the object, as the object, suppose if this is the object, it is an object, and if the image is also in the same position, upright means upside up and down, so that is called upright image. Such image is called as the erect image. This is the definition of erect image. The image which is formed upright is known as erect image. Okay children, the next image, that is called the inverted image. What is an inverted image? The image which is formed upside down, that is called as the inverted image. Upper part will be at the bottom and bottom part will be the upwards. Such image is called as inverted image. The image which formed upside down is known as the inverted image. For example, if this is the object and this is the image, let this be the object and this is the image, it will be inverted. So that image is called as the inverted image. Let us see the next type of image, enlarged image. What is an enlarged image? If the height of the image is larger than the height of the object, such image is called as the enlarged image. The definition is the image which is larger than the object is known as the enlarged image. If the size of the image is larger than the size of the object, that is called enlarged image. Now let us see next type of image, that is dim diminished image. Diminished image is nothing but if the size of the image or height of the image is smaller than the height of the object or size of the object, such image is called as the diminished image. Now let us see. The image which is smaller than the object is known as the diminished image, or if the height of the image is smaller than the height of the object, such image is called as the diminished image. Okay, children, now let us learn the activity 1. In this activity, we are going to see the position of the normal. So to find the normal on the spherical mirrors. To find the normal n on the spherical mirrors. Let us learn this one nice activity. So in this activity we need a rubber sole like a chappal or a rubber foam which is in rectangular shape, and take few pins. So what are the materials required? A rubber sole like a chappal or a rubber foam sponge type, and take few pins and fix on the rubber foam perpendicular to the surface. Exactly, you can take 4 or 5 as shown in the diagram. So these are the pins fixed on the rubber sole. Now bend the rubber sole. The rubber sole acts like a mirror. Let the rubber sole acts like a mirror, and bend the rubber sole or the rubber foam inwards towards the nails. All the nails will tend to converge to a point. All the pins we are able to see. So let it be this reflecting surface, and the pins are going to be bent inwards, and all these pins are expected to meet at one point. So such point we are calling it as the normal. All the pins are expected to meet at a point. Such point we are calling it as the normal. And next, if the rubber sole or the rubber foam is bent outwards in this way, the pins are diverging. Here they show divergence, and they move away from each other, and these can never meet. But we can extend the pins or the directions of the pins backwards by dotted lines. Such a point where all these dotted lines meet, that is also the normal for a convex mirror. So let the foam which is bent inwards act as a concave mirror which shows convergence. All these rays, they are going to meet at one point. This point we are calling it as the normal. If you extend or if you make a straight line, they are all going to converge or meet at a point that we call normal for the concave mirror. So that is, they show convergence. Convergence means all the rays will meet at one point. But in the case of convex mirror, all the pins will be diverging. They will show divergence property. As we have seen in the previous videos, convex mirror shows divergence. All the pins moves away. They can never meet. But their rays or if you extend the pins in the form of dotted lines, in the straight lines, these all are going to meet, expected to meet at certain points. That point is the normal for the convex mirror. So here is the reflecting surface. So just be careful. The reflecting surface for concave mirror is inwards, and the reflecting surface for the convex mirror is outwards. These pins are on the reflecting surface, but they never meet. Their extended lines, they will meet. Such point is called as the convergence. These extended rays meet at a point. That is the normal for the convex mirror. So in this activity, what we learn is we can locate the normal of the spherical mirrors, that is by a simple activity with the rubber sole and a few pins. Okay children, let us see another diagram which explains the use of normal. In this concave mirror, let this be the normal. So the just now we have seen all the normals meet at one point called as the center of curvature, and this normal decides to learn the angle of incidence and angle of reflection, as we have seen in the first video of my class. So let this be the incident ray, and this is the normal, and this is the reflected ray. According to the laws of reflection, the angle of incidence I is equal to angle of reflection R. So this normal will decide the angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So these laws of reflection are also applicable for the convex and also concave mirrors. So laws of reflection are applicable for spherical mirrors also. Now this normal is useful for deciding the angle of incidence and angle of reflection, and the point where all the normals meet is the center of curvature. And already we have seen in the video 4 what are these definitions: center of curvature, pole of the mirror, principal focus and all. So in my next video we are going to learn about the rules of ray diagrams. With that we are going to learn the ray diagrams. Now today's homework is positive. Okay children, today's homework is write all the definitions of nature of images and learn them by heart. And next question, write the activity 1 with the help of diagrams. All diagrams you have to draw what I have explained on the board today. So this is our today's class. Thank you all. Have a nice day.